Hi everyone. We're going to write an equation of a sine function that's given the amplitude and the period. So we want to write something like y equals plus or minus your amplitude. All these are positive. Sine of some omega x. Let that be a curly W, omega. So basically, we just plug everything in. They give you the period, and that's where we're going to get our W. So first of all, we'll write y equals, remember the amplitude has something to do with the plus or minus. That's the reflection, and they're not giving us that. So for this first one, call this one 71, our amplitude is 3, an absolute value of 3 is just 3, sine, and then our period, which we're going to call t, equals pi. And so what we're going to do is let omega equal 2 pi over t to get our omega. So that's going to be 2 pi over pi, which equals 2. So that's my omega is 2, so I just plug it in there. Okay, let's do the same thing for 72. We're going to write y equals plus or minus, our amplitude is 2, sine, and now we want the period to be 4 pi. So what we're going to do is set our period equals 4 pi, and to find your omega, you're going to go 2 pi divided by 4 pi, and that gives you 1/2. So your omega here is 1/2, and then you just write the x. So there's your equation. So you can try the next two if you want, and I'll put them on this next page. So for this one, this would be y equals plus or minus 3 sine, and we're going to need an omega x. So our period is 2. So our omega equals 2 pi divided by 2, which just equals pi. So that looks like an H. So there's pi. So for this one, it's going to be y equals plus or minus 3 sine. Our omega equals pi, so that's going to be pi x. And then for this one, we're going to have y equals plus or minus 4 sine. Our period is 1, so our omega is 2 pi over 1, which just equals 2 pi. And that's going to be right here, 2 pi x. And that's how you do it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.